Getting Taylor's sponsor calendar for the next 3 months all squared away. On the sunset walk, realizing haven't vlogged much today. That was way too aggressive.
That was right.
Excited to break down the new vision board for you guys, and excited to show you how beautiful outside this weather. Ugh. All right, so tonight's one of those nights where I'm leaving a couple of my chores undone. I have all my laundry clean, but it's all on my floor clean. Tonight, I chose to prioritize connection. I talked with Shan a bit. We went for a walk, and then I got back and I called my friend Anthony, the one that I was in Tulum with earlier this month. We're making some really cool summer plans, so I'm happy about that. I coached the sisterhood call. I caught up with Taylor today. I caught up with Rob today, and I set some really big goals for April, which I'm super excited to share with you. One of them is to close 50K in sales. I've done this before, but I'm excited to do it again, especially on a month where I'm going to be traveling for 19 days. So wish me luck. I'll keep you guys posted on like how much is closed. I think that'll be super fun. I feel really committed to closing at least 30, and 58 would be my true goal. So we shall see what God has in store, what ends up happening. So that's one thing. Second thing is I'm going to share my vision board with you, and I'm also going to do a monthly debrief on how the heck March went, because holy moly, what a month. 31 vlogs deep. Let's go. And then I'm gonna get some sleep because it's about 9:30 now, and I'm getting sleepy. So I'm actually gonna switch to a Loom video for the debrief and the vision board debrief. It's all on my screen and it'll be just easier to show you guys. So I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm a daily vlogger. All right, guys. So I don't love the way Loom looks for YouTube, but it just feels better sharing these last two things of the month on here. So this is my vision board. I simplified it into 12 tiles. I have a 78 pin version over on Pinterest, but if I had to pull it into a top 12, it would be this. So this is for the next like 3 years. These are my biggest goals. I want to buy a dirt bike. That is something that I'm planning to do this summer. I mentioned the other day that I figured out where I'm going to be living up in Montana, and I'm going to be living in a camper this summer on 125 acres. No neighbors. It actually neighbors, I think, about 10,000 acres of land. So needless to say, this would be the perfect place to ride a dirt bike. I plan on going for lots of sunset drives like this picture right here depicts. I want to be the creative direction and branding queen. I'm obsessed with all things personal branding, and this is really what I want to be known for as far as my career goes. I dream of having 2 homes, a Montana A-frame and then an Arizona little like condo or pad. This one I'm picturing super tiny, like 2 bedrooms, kitchen, living room. A-frame a little bit bigger, room to host friends, etc. These 2 landscapes, like a cozy cabin vibe and then a sunny desert vibe, really do it for me. Arizona areas I like are Scottsdale, Cave Creek, and Tucson. And then Montana, the A-frame, obviously that has to do with me going up to work in Montana with Rob and Dana. And so what a great place for a cabin, right? I plan on starting my new book very, very soon. It is called Don't Fall Out of Touch with the Miracle, and this book is A Course in Miracles. It has nothing to do with it. I just like the potency of this book, this photo that I was able to find. Writing my miracle book is definitely a 3-year project. If it gets done sooner, great, but I'm fully intending for it to take about 2 to 3 years to write. It's going to be a book that I have to do some research for. There's a lot of scripture and a lot of science that I'm bringing together on this one, and it's going to have a lot more sources. It's not just like off the top of my head like Unemployed was. By the way, if you want to get a copy of Unemployed, I'll link it up below. I would love to have an old Bronco. I think that's super fun. It doesn't actually have to be an old Bronco, though. It could be an old Chevy Suburban. It could be an old Toyota. I just love the idea of having an old truck. It makes me super happy. It reminds me of my dad. Like one of the ones with like the push button that you go to unlock it and like push the button in and open it. You guys know what I'm talking about? If you're a 90s kid, you do. Olympic lifting, but specifically Olympic lifting without pain. I've had a lot of spinal pain in the past couple years just due to a lot of travel, a lot of sitting. And one of my intentions is to change my lifestyle, change the amount that I'm sitting, and not feel so stiff. And so, Olympic lifting and primal movement patterns are probably going to be a 1-2 punch. The Harley 48, this is probably my biggest goal with like the strongest pull on here, is to buy a Harley. Dirt bike is this year, Harley is next year. Go snowboarding. I'm moving to a cold area again with snow and with mountains. I'm definitely going to spend some days snowboarding and hopefully getting sunburn at the same time. Visiting Hawaii, I have been to 47 states. I would like to cross off all 50, and I saved Hawaii, Alaska, and oddly enough, Wisconsin for the last. So I'm going to go see Nate Dogg in Wisconsin at some point, or Kelsey. If you're watching this, I love you. You can go to Hawaii and go to Alaska. My parents are in Hawaii right now, and I'm super jealous. They went 2 years in a row, and I'm super happy for them. They deserve it. Arizona house, like I said, I love it here. I feel so alive here. And then support the absolute heck out of Mr. Rob Bailey as we begin to do closer and closer work together. So that is my vision board. And then we're going to head over to Instagram and we're going to do the monthly debrief because it was absolutely crazy. So I made this post, this one, and I feel like this is actually a really good jumping point for me to give you a summary. So this picture was taken at the CCV Live event in Rob and Dana's garage in Building 3 with their dog Kaya. And this was like such a moment for me. Dana and I earlier this day actually had on a matching outfit. She had these overalls on with a black shirt. And we didn't take a picture, and I ran up to her and I was like, yo, we didn't get our picture earlier, so we got one now. We're laughing so hard, so giddy at this point in the night. Shannon and I went on a road trip up to Sedona, as you guys saw. That was super fun. I spent some quiet mornings in the pool at Anthony's in Mexico. I, every Wednesday, worked a farmer's market for my friends Austin and Megan. This is Austin with his dreadlocks. His Tarzan energy is the best. And that was super fun and gets me outside each week. Anthony and I lifting, more swimming, more lifting. Met my friend Cody in person finally. Cody and I have been friends since like 2019. I worked with him in 2021, helping him develop his coaching program. And then we finally ended up in the same room together, and it was just such a cute little moment. Working on Rob Bailey's office floor, never forget that day. Stopping and getting a smoothie bowl after the farmer's market. Lounging in Mexico. Sedona bathroom I thought was really cool. Seeing Dana and Rob interact, there's that outfit. And just watching them speak and host was super inspiring to me. And then this moment that felt like it was straight out of a Friends scene. This is Joel, and Joel makes me laugh so hard that I get an ab workout. I haven't laughed that hard in years. Flag Northvale headquarters, getting to experience that and then being invited into it, huge deal. A day in the studio with Jacqueline, shooting photos I've always wanted to shoot since I was like 16. Some sunsets. More Flag Northvale. This is a bathroom pic of this outfit that I bought and I didn't know why I needed it. And then I was like, oh, this is why I needed it for this day. And then working from Rob's office, I sent my mom this picture and said, hey, look, Mom, I made it. My wildest dreams are coming true. So what a month, right? Mexico, Montana, Sedona, all these places. My jaw is on the floor. I went from casually going out to close for Rob to, hey, will you move your whole life to Montana and work with us? Oh my gosh, yes, I will. It was just such a heck yes. It didn't even feel like a decision. Spontaneously flew to Mexico to finally meet Anthony and went into this month with my cash goal for the month already hit. So that was super interesting. Set me up to like bike downhill and be in a state of overflow for the whole month. Shan turned 29. We went up to Sedona. Finally got to meet Dana and Cody after all these years. And then so much good branding work. I had a Brandon a day with Brie, Brandon a day with Caroline, studio time with Jacqueline, and then half VIP day with Pete Rodriguez the other day. Mailed out my books, just feeling everybody digesting the work has been absolutely crazy. And I know that April is about to be special in 100 different ways. Fingers crossed that I do not get SICK. I'm feeling a little bit run down, and Shannon is sick right now. So getting a lot of energy back. I took dating off the table, and that's feeling like really good. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. And April, I'll be going to Laguna Beach, Joshua Tree, and Charleston, all of which are for client gigs, and we may book 2 more gigs before the end of the month. So keep you guys posted on sales, keep you guys posted on travels. You guys clearly liked this post, so that was cool. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.